Shadowing is one of the most impactful tools we have as human beings for learning. Looking over the shoulder of an expert, watching someone who has more experience, or watching someone even who has no clue what they're doing can be a really powerful moment for starting to understand how things are done. But in this new remote work economy and hybrid work, that kind of gets left to the wayside, and it's because people seem to think there's no way to shadow unless you're standing over someone's shoulder, and that's simply not the case. So, if you are a company looking to scale your shadowing, and I speak specifically to startups, but this can work at probably any size business, I'm going to encourage you to try 3 things this week. So, if you have an account for Loom or something like it, a Snagit, get your top performers to walk through at least one thing they do really well and think out loud as they do it. So, talk through their process. The second thing you can do is some live streaming. So you can actually have someone film a top performer as they work. Again, you can have them curate resources around that experience, or you can have them talk about that experience, but ultimately you want to film them as they're in progress. And then the third thing you can do is invite those people to, blog about their experiences, which isn't quite shadowing, but is still scaling and capturing their knowledge and managing to share their expertise so that others can do what my friend Christy Tucker calls stealth mentoring. We can learn from other people who are talking without having to necessarily stand over their shoulder. And I have personally done that many times on LinkedIn. I have learned from lots of people who have no idea that they are my mentors, or maybe they do now because I've probably contacted them at some point. But they weren't working one-on-one with me. They weren't taking extra time out of their day. And so this is a scalable solution for learning. So again, to recap, record it and think out loud, live stream it, and maybe add some curated resources from the expert, or, have somebody blog about it and capture their experiences.